Officials released the autopsy results of the newborn buried in the backyard of a home in Milton. Today is Independence Day, and this is 570 News on the Go, brought to you in part by NorthCentralPA.com. Sunny today with highs in the mid-80s. Traffic on I-180 near Muncie came to a standstill, and multiple drivers ran to the edge of a bridge after a 17-year-old girl jumped off the bridge into Wolf Run. The teen survived the jump and was safely recovered from the water. The incident took place around 4 o'clock on Thursday afternoon between the Pennsdale and Hughesville-Muncie interchanges. There were initial reports of a juvenile running in and out of traffic on the interstate before she jumped off the bridge. The Sun-Gazette reports once brought safely out of the water, she was taken by ambulance to UPMC Williamsport for treatment and an evaluation. We now know more details about what led to a Clinton County man drowning in the Susquehanna River on Wednesday. Authorities say 81-year-old Adam Waltz was attempting to cross the river on his tractor to get to one of his farm fields. First reports on the scene indicated a farm tractor was discovered partially submerged in the water in the area of the Renova and Cooks Run Road in Noyes Township. Just after 3 emergency crews were called to the area for a water rescue, and Waltz's body was recovered. The autopsy of the newborn buried in the backyard of a Milton home has confirmed that the baby was alive at birth. However, the cause of death is pending. The body of the 3-day-old was discovered after the 14-year-old mother had gone to the hospital complaining of stomach pains. She later admitted to giving birth at home and putting the baby in a dresser drawer after the infant was having difficulty breathing. The husband of the girl's guardian is accused of burying the baby in the yard of the Center Street home, and he is jailed on several misdemeanor charges. It is unclear if others will be facing charges in that case. Police in Shamokin have charged multiple juveniles after a healthcare center was vandalized and robbed. Around 8 o'clock Thursday morning, officers were called to the community healthcare center on reports of a burglary. It was there they discovered damage to the front door. In addition, multiple items were damaged and thrown around inside. The walls were spray painted and fire extinguishers had been set off. Multiple suspects were taken into custody and are facing charges of burglary, trespassing, and related offenses. OSHA has been called to investigate a construction accident in State College. The mishap occurred Friday, June 27th at the Mount Nittany Medical Center's Patient Tower construction site. Hospital officials would only say they are aware of the incident and that their thoughts are with the injured worker and their family. The injured worker was an employee for Baltimore-based Alliance Exterior Construction. No further details were provided, and OSHA's investigation could take up to 6 months. The Lycoming County District Attorney is warning of online catfish scams that have duped local men out of millions of dollars. DA Tom Marino said at a news conference that the scammers pose as a young woman from a different country looking for love. They target men up in age whose wife passed away or are lonely and looking for attention. The catfish scammer builds a relationship with the victim by speaking with them multiple times a day and eventually asks the victims for money for a plane ticket or for an investment. When they supposedly arrive in the country, the scammer claims they've been taken captive and are being held for ransom. Marino said the older men take the bait, hook, line, and sinker. They send money through a money order type transaction. He said it's a very sophisticated operation that is originating from China. However, there are also similar catfish scam operations out of Nigeria. In total, 3 men in Lycoming County have lost upwards of $6 million to the scam. And there are numerous 4th of July celebrations taking place today. Special events are being held in Williamsport, Watsontown, Bloomsburg, Berwick, Mifflinburg, and State College. All of those communities are having their fireworks tonight. In Millville, their fireworks are tomorrow night at 11 p.m. For the latest in news and events, head on over to NorthCentralPA.com. I'm Liz Brady, and you're up to date with 570 News on the Go.